everybody, I'm David and this is our family's small shop, Mickey and Mandy. We're Disney adults that create custom bags, screen printed shirts, and handmade home decor inspired by everybody's favorite magical theme parks. And I don't want to waste too much time here. I'd like to just really jump in here, but this is going to be our last video for 2025, and this is going to be kind of a recap of the things that I got to do under the Mickey and Mandy banner this year that I'm taking pride in. 5 things that I'm proud of, and hopefully my learning experience from these 5 things that I can apply to the content that I'm going to provide to you guys next year. So counting down here, 5 to 1, in the number 5 spot, video editing. I know this is going to sound like a small thing, especially to any bigger creators over here on YouTube, like, David, why are you proud of video editing? Like, that's literally the most basic of things. And it is. But what you need to keep in mind is that for the past several years, I've only been editing short form content on TikTok. This is the first year that I've really tackled long form content, anything over 4 minutes. So trying to figure out how to record long form content and editing that down to the different softwares, adding in music and the introductory clip and the graphics at the very end. Again, it may not sound like a lot, but this was kind of big for me. It was different. So I'm hoping in the new year, I have already kind of spruced up videos by year's end already in comparison to the very first video. If you don't believe me, watch like last week's video and then go back and watch the very first video I posted. I feel like there are drastically different vibes in terms of the quality even of the picture, quality of the sound, the music, the introductory bits at the end. I just feel like I got so much more comfortable. So I'm hoping to up the ante a little bit, maybe give the introductory song kind of a bit of a spruce, maybe minimize the graphic at the very end. I'm gonna play around with some stuff. I'd also like to show more clips of what's happening, maybe of the parks or us creating stuff over my talking, so you're not just looking at my beautiful face. Number 4, I was really happy with the behind the scenes looks that I got to provide to you guys this year. And this is something that I am especially taking a lot of pride in because I do feel like it is something that not a lot of people truly realize. But everything that you see on the wall behind me, the pocket tee that I'm wearing, the pocket tees that I've worn in all of my videos, the screen printed shirts that I've worn in all of my videos, these are 100% handmade. Like, my mom made this backpack from scratch, put the zipper on it, put all the pockets on it. She put this together. She put the pocket on the shirt. Me and my dad created the home decor. We go out, we pick the wood, we cut it into the fun shapes, we create the stencils. My sister and I, we designed the screen printed shirts, we make the mock-ups, and we each have a heat press. Like, I've got one in my garage just right down there. My parents have one in their basement. This isn't coming from a warehouse. This isn't coming from some other company who's putting it together and shipping it to us so we can send it to you. This is coming legitimately from the 4 of us to you. So I really did enjoy getting to show you all those behind the scenes looks of creating the screen printed shirts. That one video that I showed you of my mom getting to create a bag, and the home decor video that I showed you. And as much fun as I had with the content that I gave you of these behind the scenes looks this year, upon reflection, I did show you a lot of shirt content. In 2026, I'm hoping to show you more when it comes to the home decor, and I'm really hoping to show you more when it comes to our bags as well. I just don't want to bother my mom, the Mandy hat from Mickey and Mandy. Number 3, this one isn't as shop-centered. It's really not shop-centered at all. It's just a cool thing that I got to do at the beginning part of this year that it was a really cool experience. But I got to do kind of a few-month collaboration with a few different Disney content creators. Super fans of Mickey and Mandy, as well as the other Disney content creators. People call me Joey, Park Hopping Hannah, Jenny from the Talk, and Gavin the Disney Dad, will know that we all got together at the beginning of this year and we sort of collaborated on this podcast called the Poisoned Apple Podcast. And what we did was we rewatched Disney movies and we got together and we talked about them. We gave each other our likes, our dislikes, talked about our favorite songs, least favorite characters. Now, if you do go check it out, be prepared. It's more of a mini-series because we really only made it through the golden era of Disney animation. And that was really more just because we're talking about 5 Disney content creators that have completely different lives and different schedules. So although it was a short-lived experience, it was a lot of fun. And again, that was with myself over here at Mickey and Mandy. People call me Joey, Park Hopping Hannah, Jenny from the Talk, and Gavin the Disney Dad. I'll be sure to tag the ones that are over here on YouTube in the description of this video, but also kind of list off where you can find everybody. Really talented creators over there, so I highly recommend checking them out. And also Poison Apple Podcast, if you do want to listen to the episodes that we did record and take a look at the content that we did get to create, that podcast is on TikTok and Instagram for the short form content, but the episodes are over here on YouTube and on Spotify as well, if you're looking for something cool to listen to. In the number 2 spot, this is kind of getting back to some of the more shop specific stuff, but I learned a lot this year about what I'm considering social media balance, because longtime followers of Mickey and Mandy will know that my really only real hat that I would throw in the ring was what I created for TikTok. It really wasn't until this year that I also started posting on Threads more often, and because of the very brief, incredibly brief, TikTok shut down earlier this year, I decided it was time to make the jump over to YouTube as well, just because I didn't know what was going to be happening with TikTok, if it was going to go away, if it was going to be hanging around. But I've been wanting Mickey and Mandy to get into the long form content for a while. So I'm over here operating 3 different social media accounts. So trying to find that balance of what to post on what social medias, when to post. Am I posting too much product, not enough product? Am I posting not enough products and too many memes? Should one social media be reserved for product, one be reserved for memes, one for just park stuff? It was a lot of figuring out there kind of in the middle chunk of this year. Unfortunately, as we got closer to where we're at now, the end of the year, that I finally get to the point of like, oh, just post the same thing on the different social medias, just in ways that are tailored to that particular social media. So like over here on YouTube, we have posts and we have shorts. Shorts are very transferable over to TikTok. The posts are incredibly transferable over to Threads. So learning how to post on the different social media platforms and also not to overthink it as much as I have been, and to just have fun with it was a big part of that. So that's something that I'd like to kind of take into 2026 is I want to learn to just kind of chill, have a little bit more fun with it, try and be a little bit maybe more freeform, I don't know. But to also have a lot of this stuff kind of planned out ahead of time. That way I can afford myself the opportunity to have more fun with it and not panic. I mean, and then in the number 1 spot, I have to give it to YouTube. Learning everything that I did about YouTube this year, even if it was minimal. I learned so much from getting this YouTube channel up and running. I mean, even from the setup alone, I learned so much about graphics and graphic design, making sure that the banners that they fit on the different pieces of technology on your phone, on your laptop, on the TV, what colors worked. I mean, when we redid our logo, having to play with fonts. For a minute there, I was a graphic design major, so it was really cool to kind of actually learn about the things that I should have learned when I was still a graphic design major but didn't get the chance to. But then also learning about like, what are people looking for on YouTube? What kind of content works? What kind of content doesn't work? What do people want to see? What keeps people staying on your channel? It was just, everything about it was brand spanking new. And I was initially really nervous about it, and editing the long form videos is time consuming. But again, it was one of those that the potential of the TikTok shutdown kind of gave me the push that I needed to finally pull the trigger on something that I've been wanting to do for a while. And I learned so much. And going into 2026, I kind of touched on it a little bit in my last point, but being a little bit more particular about what content is going to be posted. Is it going to be park? Is it going to be behind the scenes look? We are going to be taking a couple months off, so I am going to be taking all of that time to be planning out a lot. I'm very excited for 2026. And I think that's actually just as good of a spot as any. Those were 5 things that I got to do and be a part of this year in 2025 under the Mickey and Mandy banner that I take pride in. And every single one of these things, I learned something, and it has me really excited for 2026. And before I let you all go, if you haven't already, be sure you subscribe over here to our YouTube channel. The long form content's going to be going away for a little while, but shorts and posts will be staying consistent over here in that time. And if you haven't already, be sure you're following us over on Instagram, TikTok, and Threads. But more importantly, everybody, if you haven't already, be sure you check out our family small shop. That again, that is mickeyandmandy.com. I did show off this bag earlier, so I'll show off this one here. But my mom makes handmade bags. This one is not necessarily a custom, but it is a fixed vinyl design. It is absolutely so cool. This one actually wouldn't be on the shop if it wasn't for me bugging my mom about it. My sister and I have an absolute blast designing and screen printing different shirt designs for our shop. And I do have a few designs ready to go for 2026. I'm planning on being a little bit more courageous about pushing some of the designs that I have collecting dust on my iPad. And then again, we do have home decor on our shop as well. The selection is kind of limited, but we do have some really awesome stuff over there. That was actually how I got my Mickey and Mandy start, was home decor. So be sure you check it out. And again, this is going to be our last episode. I'm probably thinking until February. This is just making sure that we are taking the time that we need to spend time with our families during the holidays in December. But we also do need that time to make sure that we are planning out some quality content for you guys, especially over here on YouTube next year. I've got some awesome ideas already in the works. I cannot wait for you guys to see them. But until we see you again, everybody, we do thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you real soon.